Hello everyone and welcome to War Thunder Bootcamp. In this video, we will explore all things related to researching new vehicles, upgrading them, and leveling up your crews. We'll talk about vehicle ranks and battle ratings. Plus, we'll try and show you how the matchmaking system works in the game. Let's start with learning how to research and purchase new vehicles. Open any nation's research tab, the USSR for example. Here, we see the 5 main ground vehicle development branches. These branches represent various vehicle classes in the game, such as light, medium, and heavy tanks, self-propelled guns, and finally, the anti-aircraft vehicles. All of the premium vehicles can be considered a distinct branch of their own. These vehicles will yield you higher rewards in both experience and silver lions earned in any and all battles. These vehicles can only be purchased with the premium currency, the game's Golden Eagles. When you're just starting, you have access only to a couple of reserve light tanks. Now, let's decide what vehicle you want to acquire next and click Research underneath its icon. Now, all the experience you earn in battles playing this nation will be directed towards researching and eventually unlocking your chosen tank. Earn enough points and you will be able to buy that vehicle with the in-game currency, the Silver Lions, which you can earn in battle. Notice that not all tanks have the research option available. You can gain access to more advanced vehicles by researching all previous machines in the same tech branch. Besides, in order to gain access to a higher vehicle rank, you will not only have to research and unlock, but also purchase a certain number of vehicles from the previous tech rank. For example, in order to get the T-34, you will have to research all the medium tanks in the tech branch leading to it, plus you will need to purchase 6 vehicles of tech rank 1. You can track your progress via this bar on the left side of the window. Now, once you research a vehicle, you can improve and upgrade it. This is where the modifications come in. Just as before, these must be researched and purchased by battling online. The modifications are split into 3 groups: mobility, protection, and firepower. Now, select a desired vehicle, click Research, and wait until you have earned enough experience points to unlock and purchase the said module. At the start, with every ground vehicle, we recommend that you research the parts and fire prevention equipment. These modules will allow you to conduct battlefield repairs and put out a fire should it break out in your combat vehicle. Okay, let's take a look at how War Thunder does matchmaking. As you can see, there is a huge variety of vehicles in the game. The matchmaking is programmed to select more or less equal opponents in battles. So, when the game is looking for matching tankers or pilots, it is looking at its battle rating. The battle rating is a fixed number assigned to each vehicle, depending on its combat abilities and overall effectiveness. Once again, the tank with the highest BR dictates what kind of opponents you're going to see. There will never be a situation where you fight a vehicle that is more than 1 BR above your top pick. Furthermore, the game is programmed to make up teams with an identical or similar value of combined battle ratings. Coupled with the aforementioned rank limit, the game creates battles where both teams are fairly balanced. So, you essentially choose your own difficulty when playing, simply by selecting your active vehicle roster. Imagine you had enough junior battles and finally decided to buy a single tank with a higher BR. That's it. Once you have it in your active roster, you will be put against tougher opponents, regardless of all other, less capable vehicles you have selected. Always bear in mind that when creating your vehicle roster or lineup, you should try to select vehicles of similar battle rating, because you will be balanced depending on the senior ranking vehicle you have selected. But not all depends on the battle rating alone. Your crew's training level is also important. The more experienced your crews are, the easier it will be for you to control the vehicles. But any experience in this field does not come down to simple numbers as before. This is where the crew skill sets come in. How do you train your crew? What skills should you master first, and how will they affect your battlefield effectiveness? Let's find out. Each skill has 10 mastery levels, the top 5 of which can be accessed by training your crews to Expert and Ace qualifications. Both qualifications give your crew a reasonable boost to all skills, but can only be gained by leveling up your crew up to a certain level, which is done simply by developing their mastery of any skill. The first window in any crew slot covers the aircrew of this particular crew slot. The window has 4 tabs: Pilot, Gunners, Ground Service, and Qualification. The pilot skills are useful mostly if you plan to play fighters, bombers, or ground attackers in any particular slot. The Keen Vision skill determines the range at which your pilot can detect the enemy in front of him or in his field of vision when moving his head around. The awareness determines how fast your pilot can detect threats around his aircraft. The G-tolerance skill allows your pilot to perform more effectively during high G overloads, such as when maneuvering your aircraft tightly at high speeds or when sharply pulling out from a steep dive. The stamina allows your pilot to experience high G for a longer time without passing out, and finally, the vitality allows your pilot to suffer more damage before expiring. The Gunner's tab is useful exclusively for bombers and certain ground pounders. The number of experienced gunners determines if you have enough gunners to man all the defensive positions on a particular aircraft and also affects their overall effectiveness. For example, if you have fewer gunners than your bomber has defensive positions, they will be severely penalized in all of their skills. Fire accuracy allows your gunners to better acquire their target and use better lead when aiming at it. It also affects their ability to lead the target and fire at the same time. The fire precision skill decreases the spread of any defensive weapons your gunners use. Naturally, both these skills only work when your gunners are controlled by the AI. The G-tolerance, stamina, and vitality work exactly the same way as they do for your pilot. The Ground Service tab covers your ground crews. The repair speed governs how fast your ground crews can fix your aircraft once you land on a friendly airfield, and also how quickly your crew can repair the vehicle in the active lineup in a hangar for free. The repair rank determines the vehicles of what rank your mechanics will be able to fix. The reload speed skill improves the reload times both in air and on the ground. Finally, the weapon maintenance skill decreases the overheating effect of all guns in your aircraft and also decreases the chance that your guns will jam once overheated. Plus, it also decreases the spread of all your bombs and rockets. One last tab is the qualification tab, which we explained earlier. From here, you can advance your crews to expert and ace qualifications. So, how should you invest the crew experience points you just earned? We recommend you invest some into reload time and weapon maintenance, as the ammo goes quick when playing arcade mode. Also, add some to the pilot's vitality and G-tolerance. While if you play bombers, you should invest your points into accuracy, precision, and vitality of your gunners. If you're more budget-focused, you might like to invest some points into the repair skill. The higher the mastery level of the skill, the more points it will take you to advance that particular skill to the next mastery level. So, even if you want to max out one certain skill above all others, consider spreading out your points more or less evenly. This will allow you to unlock the expert and ace qualifications much faster, which in turn boost all of your crew's skill. Okay, now onto the ground vehicles. Here you have 6 tabs, the now familiar qualification and 5 more: driver, gunner, commander, loader, and radio operator gunner. These come with universal skills such as keen vision and vitality, which both work exactly the same way as they do with air crews. But the tank crews also have field repair and agility skills. The former governs how fast your crew will be able to conduct battlefield repairs on your stricken ground vehicle, while the latter covers how fast the crew can change to positions inside the vehicle in order to replace a crew member eliminated in combat. There are some skills unique to each crewman inside your ground vehicle. The driver, unsurprisingly, has a skill called driving. The harder the skill is, the faster your driver will be able to shift gears and use the vehicle's brakes. The gunner has 2 unique skills. Range finding helps you determine the range and engage targets from afar, while the targeting skills allows your gunner to rotate the turret faster and makes the overall targeting much faster and efficient. The commander has only 1 unique skill, which is leadership. The skill slightly boosts all other skills of your crew. Finally, the loader has it plain and simple. The more points you invest into his reloading skill, the faster you will be able to reload your gun. Training your radio operator/gunner is useful if you prefer playing realistic battles. His radio communication skill is extremely useful in this game mode and allows you to mark targets more effectively for light aircraft. If you mostly play arcade battles, you can pretty much skip this skill altogether. Also, consider artillery targeting accuracy and artillery strike calling time skills. The first skill improves accuracy and shot grouping of your artillery strikes, while the second decreases the lag between calling down the strike and the moment where the shells will actually start hitting the ground. When training your ground vehicle crew, as a general rule, you should first concentrate on the unique skills of each crewman, as these give you the most obvious advantages on the battlefield. Then, it is time to level up their agility and field repair skills. All the other skills can be leveled up depending on your personal tastes, or can be acquired simply to unlock the requirements for the expert or ace qualifications for that particular vehicle slot. Well, looks like that's all the basics that you need to know regarding vehicle R&D and crew training. Join us in the next episode to learn more about squads and squadrons, as well as promotions held within War Thunder. Stay tuned and good luck in the war.